My first name is Kameron Jones. We farm just south of Cochrane and west of Calgary. So the ranch name is CL Ranches. It's the Copperthorne family that runs it and owns it and everything. So I've been here 11 years officially working, but I have grown up on the ranch and around the ranch my entire life. We're on just a little over 900 head cattle operation. We calve our cows and raise our calves up in the wintertime and stuff, so we need to be able to grow the food for them to eat all winter. We do a lot of hay for the cows, and then we grow silage, baled silage for the calves all winter long. Farmable land, we're about 2,500 acres. Number one is our cold, our short growing season. We've already had some frost already in August and everything. Our normal growing season, about 90 days. And that's usually our biggest challenge. Biggest opportunity, I think, is being able to take the land that you have and try and make it produce better, I think, and that's where we're kind of trying to head right now. Well, there's lots of growth in eggs still and everything, and there's lots of opportunities out there for different ideas to come forward and make changes. Well, I see the whole agriculture trying to come together. So we're not just a farmer and a rancher. We try and bring those two together and work together to help the soil, because we have to do that together to make it work better. Well, because the soil is what grows our crops. If we don't look after the soil, we don't have a crop. Well, if we keep the soil healthy, then we can hopefully on less acres produce more product and more feed and not have to go out and rent more land and everything to produce enough feed for our animals to eat.
And how does soil health fit into that legacy you're leaving behind?
Well, if we mine out the soil right now and don't look after it and don't help it be healthy, then later on down the generations there won't be anything for them to do. We test our soil by doing soil samples every year, either in the fall or in the spring. And we kind of analyze those soil samples and see how our soil is changing or if it needs extra this or extra that. Well, traditionally in this area we've been conventional farming, like lots of tillage, lots of synthetic fertilizer, and big acres. Like when I first started 11 years ago, we were doing almost 3,000 acres of hay and about 3,000 acres of crop. And we're now doing just a little over 1,000 acres of hay, or just a little under. And we're taking the land we have now and trying to get it to produce more on less acres. Well, when I first started, we used to just have our fertilizer blown on the surface and hope for rain to come. And we have changed our process now where we went and bought a John Deere disc drill, and now we're drilling the fertilizer directly into the sod. So it's right there at the root base, ready for the plants to uptake. And like this is a 7 or 8 year old hayfield now. And as you see, the alfalfa is still nice, big and strong, and it's September. Whereas normally we would be on about a 7 to 10 year rotation on hay, and our alfalfa would be starting to diminish right now. So I see a change in that way. We're trying not to do as much tillage. Traditionally we used to moldboard plow all our hayfields under and then disc them and cultivate them, and we're trying to lower that amount of tillage and everything, and trying to keep the soil where it is and not loosen it up in the fall and let it blow away all winter. And well, black earth, I'm hoping that it will come in and activate the biology or help the biology in our soil get more active and allow those nutrients that are locked up in our soil to be more uptakeable by the plants. Traditionally, we are between 12 and 16% organic matter where we stand right now. So all our agronomists have told us that we have more than enough nutrients in our soil to feed the plants, but we haven't been seeing those results. So I'm hoping that black earth will one, help that biology get going, and two, maybe help our moisture levels increase a little bit more, and which in turn will help our crops grow more. Okay, so average moisture in our area is around the 12 to 14 inch mark. And in the last 3 years, we've been averaging about 7. So our soil is so dry, we need to try and capture and hold on to that moisture as much as possible. And with the Magna product, we noticed, we cut the hay, and as I was baling, I would come into the area where the test plot was, and it just seemed like it was greening up that much faster. So that to me tells me that it was just holding on to that much more water. It was able to come back stronger, and hopefully in the long run, it'll help our yield bump even more. We were talking to someone from Union Forage, one of our representatives from Union Forage, and he had mentioned that he had tried this product on one of his fields, and we were talking about how we want to get everything up and moving again and try and help our soil, and he recommended it. So we used the Magna product so far, and I'm happy with the results so far. One, it's an Alberta product, comes straight from Alberta, which is a big selling point. If they're truly thinking about their soil health and they want to try and lower their synthetic inputs, we have to try and do something. So why not give it a try?